Hi, I'm reviewing today the Meow Kids Wonder Math kit we received, and the kit comes with an interactive board, stand for your iPhone or Android or a tablet device that you have, a case and set of numbers, symbols for mathematical equations, and also shapes for your child to use. I've seen other systems that are definitely using like a thin cardboard material. Nope, definitely sturdy. Son was loving just playing with these, stacking them, playing around, having them talk. It also comes in a great plastic case with circular tokens of various colors in order to play some of the multiple choice games or other logic puzzles. We have really enjoyed the board. My son has taken to it at 3.5. He's calling this Mr. Kitty. He's very excited to get on to Mr. Kitty and his face and his tummy, he says. So all of the characters inside of the app are very kid friendly and very cute, but not super busy in a way that's totally distracting them from the activity that's going on, although sometimes he was talking about the characters outside games. We had 3 areas that we could play in. There was a classroom sort of learning application where the child was free just to kind of play with the numbers and do. My son really loved that and would sometimes even go above what he was about to comprehend and say, oh, I don't know how to make that number, which is really engaging to sort of talk to them and work that out. And then we had a game section, which is really led and has levels inside of it, and various games. In the preschool level alone, there were about a dozen games, and he was very excited to try each and every one of them, from rockets to food to all kinds of imaginary real life situations that gave him sort of a reason to want, to be excited. Then we had the adventure path, and those were using the various games and techniques to test the child, and as they went along, he was getting a treasure chest to use to personalize his character and have fun. He definitely enjoys the treasure chest coming, definitely enjoys that these are thick and playable and fun, and I don't have to worry about him bending, breaking the pieces at all. I would say at 3.5, he's having a great time. He's a little more on the advanced end of maths. He's been counting and starting to add and things like that. For a child, normally I would think about 3 years old would be good. My son probably at 2.5 would have been happy with this. They do have the addition, subtraction operations here. As a math teacher, I did high school math, but knowing students usually get into kind of the multiplication division around that 3rd grade level, they're probably going to move on to that stage. Don't know if those will be added, but the product as is would be fabulous for any student up until the 3rd grade area. And I feel that if the student is remedial or is having trouble with those more complicated math facts, going back to sort of the concrete and early stages really helps any child. So if you have a more remedial student or a student that needs to be a little more hands-on with learning, I would think this would go a little longer for them. But what was great was for the more advanced student, it wasn't locked down to having them have to follow a single path. My son gets frustrated with those. If they're telling him he has to do over and over the same type of method or problem, he will become annoyed. So this had variety of games and also allowed in the adventure mode for them to go ahead into the next adventure, even if it said that they did not finish all of the practice that would go into that level. And he would love that. He would go on and probably take on the challenge where some children, you would want them to go in and practice those, maybe sit down with them and have fun. Bonus, they have 2 sets of all the numbers. I know for efficiency you would need that as you go past into the tens. But it's great that if you have multiple children, you're able to have them both sit down and kind of work with it. And also you're able to help them and show them what you would be doing with it at the early stages. So definitely hands-on fun, that's colorful, cute. Yes, it has the electronic component, but yes, it can be used outside of your device. And my kid is loving it and asking for it. So I would definitely buy it and recommend it. Students of any range of learning ability, because it really brings out everything you want.